So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So, Power Yoga session for balance. It's a little challenging program. So, please try to do practice with me.
Started Power Yoga Balance. We come into an opening child's pose. We'll just take a couple minutes right here, right now, just to lay down the foundation for just another beautiful day on the Power Yoga 108 program. And this class's theme is all about the cultivation of balance, balance on a physical level, but also balance on a mental and an emotional level. Confucius said our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising each time that we fall and getting back up. So in other words, it's not the fall that matters, it's how you respond to it. And perhaps in this class and in this practice, we can draw a little bit of inspiration from the mentality of a young child. Child that falls over and over, sometimes hundreds of times a week. And they get back up. And very often they get back up with the spirit of joy. So often as adults, as we grow older, our ego also grows and expands. And our ego doesn't like to be anything but perfection. So we have to let go of that need to be perfect, especially within a class like this. So if that's one of your, some scars, one of your mental patterns or programs, this class may be challenging and confronting for you. But perhaps this becomes a beautiful opportunity to find that joy. In yoga, what we call mudita. So if you happen to fall, it's all good. It's not a yoga performance. It's called a yoga practice for a very good reason. We're just here to practice poses. And let's start to find a little bit of balance within our breathing, within our breath, starting to draw the inhales down deep towards the bottom. Allowing the duration of your inhale to match the duration of your exhale. In yoga, what we call samavritti, the even fluctuation, the even wave of breath. So often the way that we breathe also has a direct impact on our mental state. So as you find that samavritti breath, notice how the mind begins to find its own equilibrium. And the practice becomes, can you maintain that internal equilibrium despite what happens within the yoga pose? So if you're wobbling or falling out, as long as the breath is steady, as long as the mind remains in that state of inner poise, you're still practicing yoga to a very advanced degree. So everybody in that spirit of mudita, let's go ahead and start to build just a sweet little power yoga flow by coming all the way up to all fours, tabletop position. Stacking the shoulders right above the wrists, setting the knees right beneath the hips. And then from here, step your left foot all the way to the back of your yoga mat. Spin your back left foot flat on the ground. Lean into the right hand, and then go ahead and float your left arm all the way up to the sky. Little modified side angle pose. And then drive down into that right hand. Extend up tall to that left arm. And notice that you haven't already lost the fluidity and the richness of the breath. Good. From here, go ahead and start to float that left leg off the ground, parallel to the floor, flexing that left foot, driving and kicking back with intent through your back left leg. And of course, the balance demands the focus invokes concentration, and the concentration is a launching pad into the meditation. Open up that left chest on the inhale, and then extend that left arm forward and out on the exhale, just reaching that left hand away from that back left heel, left foot. Good. From here, left arm back up to the sky, inhale. Place the left hand down to the mat. On the exhale, keep the left leg lifted, but turn all 5 left toes to face straight down towards the floor. And then extend your right arm straight out in front of you, coming into a little sunbird pose. And here in that sunbird, still a little bit of balance. As you press down firm into the left hand, and you create a little bit of activation in some of your left arm muscles. Take one last big inhale, pull it out, lift it up. And then exhale, set it down, tabletop pose. As you now step your right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Spin that back right foot flat, lean into the left hand, and then float that right arm all the way up to the sky. And you can take your inner left elbow and spiral that slightly forward as you draw the outer left shoulder back. And we'll take that right leg now and start to lift that all the way off the mat. And just notice the shift that takes place as you come into that. And how your mind has to adjust to the experience of the pose. And this is the beauty of us as human beings, how we learn to adapt. We learn to adapt to the challenge. Open up that right chest, extend that right arm forward and out, still maintaining that even wave of the breath, and still maintaining that inner poise inside of the mind. Good, right arm back up to the sky, inhale. Place it down to the mat on the exhale as you level your right hip with your left hip, so your hips are in that neutral rotation. And then extend your left arm straight out in front of you, sunbird pose on the other side. With your neck long, with your breath in that flow, and for 60 minutes with your mind deep in that yoga zone. Take a last big inhale, pull it out, lift it up, and then exhale, set it softly down to the mat. Beautiful. Step back to plank pose, upper push-up position. Take one inhale there to set, and then exhale, lower slow on that out breath. Cobra pose on the inhale, chest up. And then exhale back to downward facing dog, tuck the toes, lift the hips all the way up to the sky high. First downward facing dog, feel free to move the body around in any way that feels right, whether you want to walk out your dog, just a little bit of exploration and doing what you need to do to make that first down dog just feel a little bit more enjoyable and accessible, especially if you're practicing first thing in the morning. And it's beautiful to have a practice first thing in the morning, because then you reap the rewards of your yoga practice for the entire rest of your day. But if you're practicing in the afternoon and the evening, that can be nice too, just because the body's a little bit more warm, a little bit more loose. And if it's been a busy, stressful, or challenging day, then you get that opportunity to kind of clear the slate before you start to wind down. So basically, anytime you practice yoga during the day is always a good thing. Spread those fingers wide, pull those hips up nice and high, let the head dangle free, breath steady and smooth as can be. And with those arms a little bit firm, take a good light inhale, gently press those hips back. And then exhale, walk your feet forward all the way to the top of your yoga mat. Spread the feet out about the width of the hips, flat back, inhale, extend the heart up and out. Forward fold, exhale, let it go. Circle the arms up to the sky, inhale, upward salute. And then exhale, hands to prayer position in front of your chest, in front of your heart. Go ahead and close the eyes, turn your gaze inward inside. Feel all 4 corners of your feet evenly rooted down into the ground. the eyes closed, start to lean your weight forward, almost as if you could fall out of the pose. And explore what it feels like to be slightly out of balance. Good, now lean over towards the right. And explore how that feels. Notice what comes up. And then now lean back. Feeling that. And then finally lean over towards the left. And then after having gone in all directions, see if you can find that sweet spot right in the middle. And notice how good it feels to find your center, to be in balance. The strength, the stability that comes with that. Beautiful, you guys. Go ahead and blink the eyes open. Lift the heels up on the inhale, pressing down into your toes. And then lower the heels slowly back down towards the mat. 2 more like that. Inhale, shift forward, challenge the balance. And then exhale, lower those heels back down. 1 more time. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale, heels lower down. Beautiful. Keep the heels down. Circle the arms up to the sky on the inhale. Enjoy the length. Enjoy the height. Forward fold exhale as you lay the chest out of the thighs. Flat back. Inhale. Step back to plank pose. Go ahead and lower down. Same exhale. Cobra on the inhale. And then downward facing dog on the exhale. Taking a few breaths there as we prepare to move into our first initial warm-up series flow. So we start to move the body with a little bit more rhythm, start to circulate some of that blood through the tissues, and preparing this body for some of those deeper, more advanced balancing poses coming down the road. Inner hand strong, undersides of the knuckles glued into the mat. Take a big inhale, drive those hips back. And exhale, walk or jump, both feet top of the mat. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Circle those arms up to the sky, inhale. And then hands to prayer position on the exhale. Come up onto the tips of the toes, inhale, lift the heels. And then lower down, slow exhale. Moving on, circle those arms up to the sky, inhale. Forward fold on the exhale. Flat back, inhale. Step or jump back and lower down, same exhale, keeping the weight forward. Cobra up dog, inhale. And then downward facing dog on the exhale. Good, so this time in downward facing dog, let's explore finding balance within our down dog. Because for a lot of us, we get imbalanced in this pose where most of the weight is in the upper body, the arms and the shoulders. So to mitigate that, see if you can explore lifting all 5 toes off the ground. So not your heels, but your toes. So you're real heavy in those heels and then you're light in those toes. And notice how that draws the weight back from the upper body towards that back body. So now you're evening out. You're finding that even distribution of weight between the upper body and the lower body. That's what we're looking for in our downward facing dog. Take another inhale, draw the tops of the thigh bones back. And then exhale, walk or fly top of that yoga mat. Flat back, inhale, decompress. Forward fold, enjoy the stretch. Circle the arms up, inhale, grow long, get tall. Hands to prayer position, feel the balance between the right and the left hand. Lift the heels up on the inhale, toe balance. Heels down, exhale. Arms up to the sky, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Flat back, inhale. Step or jump back, lower down, same exhale. Cobra up dog like you're surfing the wave of breath. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Alright, you guys, that feels pretty good for those. We do have a lot of ground to cover, so let's go ahead and move on from those. So let's pick up where we left off a little bit earlier at the beginning of the class, just by shifting forward to a plank pose, upper push-up position. And then from here, drop your right knee down to the ground, spin the back left foot flat, and then reach that left arm all the way back up to the sky, modified arm balance again. Good, now still breathing steady and deep. From here, go ahead and begin to lift your left leg off the ground parallel to the floor. Should feel familiar, again, you've been here before. But this time, let's explore another nuance within the pose. So take your left leg and bring it all the way over here towards the left. So the left side of your yoga mat, just flexing your left foot and driving and kicking out to that left leg a little long and a little strong. Good, that's it. Left leg comes all the way to the back. Take a good by inhale, splay open through that left chest. And then left hand down to the ground, the left leg stays lifted. Extend the right arm straight out in front of you, coming back to that sunbird spinal balancing pose. Find that focal point down on the ground, right beneath the eyes. And with that breath steady as can be, from here, start to bend your back left foot and reach back with your right hand and grab it with your hand. And it's still a little bit early in the class, so just make sure that you're not being forceful or aggressive. Just honor the warmth that you currently have and just easily begin to allow that pose to begin to flower open. And just like a flower in nature, you can't rush it to open up. As Lao Tzu says, nature never hurries, yet everything is accomplished. So things will get accomplished, but we don't have to force it and push it. Just let it unfold in its own beautiful, organic way. Take one last inhale, half bow, and then left leg back, right arm straight out in front of you. Huge inhale, pull it out, lift it up, and then exhale, set it down, tabletop pose, step the right foot to the back of the mat. Spin it flat, and then lean into that left hand, and then just glide that right arm all the way up to the sky. It's kind of like you're just moving through liquid. Or maybe if you're more into Ayurveda, it'd be like you're moving through ghee, clarified butter, as smooth as can be. Brittany likes the sound of that. Good, right leg lifts all the way off the ground, just balancing on that left hand. And then here it comes. Take that right leg now and bring it all the way over towards the right side of space, a little awkward airplane balancing position. And through the awkwardness, which is what we would encounter in real life, underneath it, the breath steady and the mind in that state of equanimity. Good, right leg comes to the back. Take a good by inhale, open that. Exhale, right hand down to the ground, right leg still lifted, and the left arm extends straight out in front of you as if you're about to shake a new friend's hands. Good, the breath a little steady, the mind a little calm. Start to bend that back right foot in and grab it with that left hand for half bow pose on the other side. And it's kind of like you're kicking your right shin back, but you're holding firm to your left hand, and that's what creates that bowing effect. So you're bowing open to your chest and your lungs, and you're getting into your spine. Good, the main corridor of the body, the central nervous system corridor. Take one last inhale, open a little bit more, and then right leg back, left arm straight out in front of you. Inhale, pull it out, lift it up. Exhale, set it down, tabletop pose. Step back to plank pose, upper push-up position. Take one inhale there, and then exhale, lower down, slow with control. Cobra up dog, inhale, sweet, balancing flow. Down dog, exhale, pull the hips high as no go. Good, you guys, from here, take an inhale, press back, sink in a little bit deep. And then exhale, walk or spring top of your mat. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale, feet together, bend the knees Squat low, chair pose, reach those arms all the way up to the sky as you take a moment to get those arms well aligned. So hands a little bit wider than the shoulders, little fingers wrap in slightly so you broaden to the upper back. Good. Now from here, come up onto the tips of the toes. Inhale, lift those heels. And then lower, slow exhale, 2 more of those. Inhale, toe balance. Exhale, heels down. One more time. Inhale, elevate. And exhale, lower. Sit back a little bit deeper. Hold there as you inhale. Forward fold. Exhale, let it go. Flat back, inhale. Inhale means inspiration. Exhale, step or jump back. Inspiration means in spirit. Inhale, cobra means open the heart wide. Exhale, you got it. Down dog, lift the right leg up. Inhale. Right foot top of the mat. Exhale, stay on the back left toes. And as you're ready, crescent pose. Go ahead and rise. Both arms all the way up to the sky. And it may not be the most challenging balancing pose in all of yoga, but there is a little balance here. There is a little bit of balance as you balance on those back leg toes. So take a moment and allow your lower body to be heavy. And then kind of in a paradoxical way, allow the upper body to be really light, to be spacious, almost like you're filled with helium in your chest, your lungs, your arms. And you can just start floating up away from the lower body. So you're creating a little traction. Take one last big inhale, reach up, lean back. And then exhale, vinyasa, lower all the way down towards your yoga mat. Inhale, bend the spine. Exhale, pull those hips high, left leg up, inhale. Top of your yoga mat on the exhale, and at your leisure, go ahead and rise up, crescent pose on the other side. And you find the alignment, and you find the breath, and then you find yourself within the yoga pose, just letting it begin to work its undercurrent of magic. There's a magic and there's a gift within every yoga pose. So there you are with reverence to receive the gift that's being offered to you. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and soulfully. Take one last inhale, reach up. And exhale, vinyasa, just surfing that wave of breath. Inhale, the wave of grace. Exhale, downward facing dog. Oh. Alright everybody, the inevitable is now here. And that's called the second warm-up series, and sometimes it can be a little bitter going down. It's kind of like medicine. But when you get that medicine down, the symptoms get alleviated, and you just feel better. So let's just start to pick up the pace a little bit and move with just a little bit more speed. Nothing too crazy, but just enough to kind of elevate the heart rate a little bit and get that body even more warm. So second warm-up series flow, here we go. Big inhale, press hips back. And then exhale, walk or jump top of your mat. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale, bend the knees and squat. Chair pose, inhale. Lift the heels, toe balance, exhale. Heels down, squat deep, inhale, reach. Forward fold, dive, release. Flat back, inhale. Step or jump back, lower down on that exhale. Cobra up dog, inhale, pump the blood into the back. Exhale, down dog, in your flow, right leg up, inhale. Top of that mat, exhale. Crescent pose, inhale, rise, lift up. Vinyasa all the way down because we're flowing now. Good, inhale, we're awakening now. Exhale, down dog, left leg up, inhale. Top of your yoga mat, exhale. Inhale, rise, lift high, feel free. Exhale, lower all the way down, so fluidly. Inhale, bend that spine, yoga-liciously. Exhale, down dog, take a big inhale there. And out the mouth, exhale. stimulation, body starts speaking to you. And sometimes, sometimes working with the body's a little bit like trying to work with a stallion. You gotta exercise a little bit of command. Sometimes the body starts to revolt. It starts saying other things. Why don't we go to the refrigerator and eat some ice cream, or hang out on the couch and just lay down and do nothing? And you gotta say, no, I'm in control here. I'm in command. You listen to me. Take a huge inhale, stretch back. Exhale, walk or fly, top of that mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, squat. Inhale, chair, arms up. Lift the heels up, out breath. Heels down, sit back. Inhale, lift. Forward fold, taking the plunge. Inhale, flat back, filling those lungs. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog, right leg up. Inhale, top of the mat, exhale. Crescent pose, inhale, come up. Hands behind the back, interlace. Good. Let's explore a new path. See if you can just pull your knuckles back and lift your chest a little high. But as you lift your chest a little high, drop that right thigh a little bit low. Good, and as you draw back to those arms, just feel your triceps getting that elongated touch. Beautiful. Now, from here, start to lean forward on an inhale, and then take flight on the exhale as you shift all the way up into that front right foot, right leg, like a missile rocketing through space. Good. So the idea is that you get aerodynamic as you drive back to that left leg, left heel, and you extend that heart forward and out. And then there you are in the balance, and maybe you fall. Remember, it's not the fall that defines you, it's how you deal with the fall. So if you fall with a smile on your face, fall having fun, fall in that spirit of mudita. Take those arms, spread those out wide like wings. And like a beautiful flock of birds, let's just take flight together. Me and you and people all around the world right now, this moment, just flying. Good, now crescent pose, float the left toes back, reach the arms to the sky, take a big inhale, lean back if you decide. Exhale, vinyasa, lower down and enjoy your yoga ride. Good, inhale, caress the spine. Exhale, hips high, last side, left leg up, inhale. Top of your yoga mat, exhale. Inhale, rise, float up. And then hands behind the back, interlace and hold there. Good, draw those knuckles back. Find what feels good within that pose. So it's almost like, I'll provide the outline, but you're the one that's got to color it in with the perfect shade that feels right for you. And that's the beautiful dance and the synergy between the yoga guide and the practitioner. We kind of both need each other. And when we work with each other, we dance with each other, just beautiful things begin to happen. From here, inhale, lean forward, and then exhale, take flight. Just take flight. Imagine right now you are soaring, and you are remembering the power and the strength and the possibility and the potentiality that resides inside of you. It's so easy to forget that. But yoga practice is a remembrance of all that. A remembrance of our greatness, of our true, unlimited nature. Take those arms, spread those out wide like wings. Take that breath, keep sucking it down deep. Good, from here, crescent pose, right toes to the back of your yoga mat. Arms to the sky, inhale, reach and shine. Exhale, vinyasa, all the way down with control. Inhale so you never flail or collapse. Exhale, down dog, take a big inhale there. Out the mouth, exhale, let it go. Woo! Good job, you guys. That second warm-up series is already in the rearview mirror. Now, while we're here, why don't we explore just a little balance within the down dog? So I think you might enjoy this one, especially if you approach it with that playful spirit. From From here, see if you can lift your left leg off the ground parallel to the floor. And then extend your right arm straight out in front of you. So a little bit of supreme balance in your down dog. The right arm lifts up, and maybe it only lifts up for half a second, and then you tap it back down. Again, you're just practicing yoga. It's not a performance. You don't have to be perfect. Take one last inhale there, and then right hand, left foot releases down. Other side, lift the right leg up, extend that left arm straight out in front of you. So a lot of multiple factors are going to affect how you're feeling within your yoga practice. How much sleep you've been getting, what kind of foods you've been eating, the kind of stress you've been facing right now in your life. All these things are going to affect you. So work with what you're feeling right here, right now. Take one last inhale there. Set it down, exhale. Nice, you guys. Take an inhale, stretch back. And then exhale, walk or jump. Top of that yoga mat. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. From here, lift your left leg off the ground, parallel to the floor. Put a little micro bend in your bottom right knee. And then as you're ready, airplane balancing pose. Lift your torso up level with that back left leg. And then take your two arms and spread those out wide as can be, because we're back in the balancing position. Now, since we've been here before, let's explore just another variation. Can you take both arms and extend those straight out in front of you for traditional warrior three pose? Palms face each other, thumbs to the sky. Good. Now keeping your left arm extended out, bring your right arm behind you, and then imagine a little gentle tug of war. So the right arm reaching back, the left arm reaching forward. Beautiful. Now let's pulse that. Inhale, right arm forward, left arm back, switch. And then switch the arms, exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Good, inhale, switch. And then exhale, switch. Now hold there. Take the right arm, reach it straight out in front of you, back to traditional warrior three. And they're dropping like flies now, you guys. Woo! Take an inhale there. Stand up, grab the left shin, squeeze the left knee, left eye deep in. Notice you're still balancing on your right leg. I know you guys probably wanted to switch, and some of you guys are probably saying, Travis, in teacher training, you told me to switch legs when we do that. But you know what? Sometimes we gotta throw a little curveball into the mix. From here, take your left ankle and just place it right on top of your right knee, right thigh, setting up for what we call floating pigeon. Find the focal point on the ground beneath you, below you. Looking down will always help you to ground. And with your hands in prayer position in front of the chest, in front of the heart, just start to bend the right knee. Start to squat down a little bit deep. And then flex the left foot as you grab the outer left hip down towards the mat. Good. Now belly on top of your lap. Take both arms and just splay those out wide like wings again. Good. Reach those arms out. It's kind of like a tightrope walker. You're using your arms kind of like that little light pole that they have to help you find the balance. But now we're going to get rid of the pole. See if you can take both arms straight out in front of you as you challenge the balance a little bit more. And there you are, walking across the tightrope. And if you fall off, it's all good. Good. Now bring both arms, open those out wide. Take a goodbye inhale there. Hands to prayer. Slowly stand all the way up. And then left foot all the way down to the ground. Oh, they're smiling, they're laughing. They got the mudita. That's all that matters. Good. Now, go ahead and lean into your left foot. Lift your right knee up. Grab your right shin. So now we're balancing on that fresh left foot, left leg. So you got the right thigh drawing in. And if you have a strap, we'll demonstrate here with Brittany. You can always use the strap here in this variation. So she's just going to lasso the strap around the bottom of that foot right now. Good. Otherwise, from here, bring your left hand to your left hip, left waist, and then grab your right big toe with your first two fingers on your right hand. Keep your spine up really, really tall. And without losing that vertical spine to your own degree, just start to extend your right leg out towards your version of straight. And now the key is here, is that you're not extending the right leg out so that you start losing that vertical spine. You want to make sure that the spine stays tall, even if you have to keep the knee bent. So I'd rather see a bent knee and a tall spine than the other way, because you can live without a leg, but you can't live without a spine. So take care of your spine. Take that left arm, open that out towards the left, and then take the right leg and open it all the way out towards the right. And again, you have Nate up there and you have Brittany here using the strap, just showing you, how you can use the modification. Breathe. Beautiful. Now bring that right leg all the way down the middle. And then take a good by inhale there. Bring your hands to your hips, to your waist, but keep the right leg suspended out there in midair. Good. Now take both arms, reach those to the sky. If you have a strap, you can let it go. Good. Lift that right thigh up to your own degree. Take one last inhale. We call it the climax. Set the right foot on the ground. Both hands to prayer position in front of your chest, in front of your heart. And the balancing bonanza continues. So now lean into the right foot. Bend your left foot in towards your left sit bone. Reach back with your left hand and grab the outer edge of your left foot. Good. Take the right arm and reach it all the way up through the sky above you. And then spin the inner right bicep back as you wrap the outer right shoulder forward. Keep those inner knees drawing in towards the center line. Good. Now start to lean forward, dancer's pose, as you reach out to that front right arm. And you draw back to that left shin, and you try to avoid that left hip opening into external rotation, and you try to keep it in neutral rotation. Good. You're reaching, and you're breathing, and you're balancing. You're strengthening one of those 4 pillars of fitness, the balance. Good. Now slowly start to lower down your right hand all the way down onto a block or all the way down onto the ground. This is usually where you wish that your right arm is about 6 inches longer, right? All right, you guys. Now start to externally open through that left hip and come into Chapasana. Woo! Just a big, massive stretch for the biggest joint in your body, your hip. Peel that left hip open, draw that left chest a little wide, suck the air down low. Good. Now half moon, left leg to the back, left arm straight up to the sky, and a moment to take every extremity that you got and to pull it out in all directions. That's it. Now little baby bend in the right knee, but lift the left foot a little higher. Float step back to warrior 2 as you stick your landing. Now reverse the warrior. Inhale, you just glide back till it feels right. And then exhale, vinyasa, you just flow all the way down with that wave of the breath. Good. Inhale, the wave that carries you through. Exhale, this yoga groove. Take an inhale, press those hips back. And then exhale, walk or fly to the top of your yoga mat. Flat back, inhale, forward fold, exhale, open the feet out to the outer edges of the mat, turn the toes out, flick the heels in, yoga squat, take a seat, all the way down between your feet. And then hands to prayer in front of the heart just for a moment or two to collect yourself. Because you're in the midst of the battle. You're in the midst of the storm. And as Mike Tyson famously said, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. So when you get punched in the face within your yoga practice, which is just a symbol of just being challenged and facing adversity, see if you can dig deep and see if on a deep level you can meet that moment of adversity with that inner poise. Now both hands on the ground about the width of the shoulders. Come up onto the tips of the toes, setting up for crow pose, Vakasana. So you come up onto the tips of the toes and you climb your knees as high up your arms and triceps as can be. And then if you're newer, you just lift maybe 1 foot off the ground and you start there. That's cool. And then if you want, you can lift the other foot off the ground and maybe it only lifts up for half a second. But the point is, you're just trying something. You're practicing. You're experimenting. Good. And if both feet are lifted up, the big toes are together. The breath stays in the flow. And you got one last inhale there. Both feet on the ground, yoga squat, hands to prayer, take a goodbye inhale there, and then out the mouth, sigh it out. opportunity to let go of a little bit of perfectionism. Take a good wide inhale there. Hands to the ground, straighten the legs, fold over and down, turn the toes in, feet parallel, and feet about the width of the hips, so you may need to scoop them in a little bit. Now go ahead and hook your big toes, first two fingers, and then flat back on the inhale, extend the heart out, and then exhale, forward fold, bend the elbows, and draw the top of the head down towards the ground. How about a sweet stretch for the heels, the calves, the backs and knees, the hamstrings, the glutes, spinal muscles all the way up to the neck and the base of the skull. Just getting that beautiful touch in one stroke. Release the big toes, bring the hands around behind the lower back, interlace the fingers, draw the arms towards straight. Just clear any accumulated tension in the upper back and shoulders as you let it spill down towards the ground beneath you, below you. You don't need that stuff anymore. So let it go and feel light, which is the key word in enlightenment. Can I be light in my body, light in my mind, and light in my heart? Take one last inhale there. Both hands down to the ground, heel toe the feet together, side by side. And then bend the knees, squat low, chair pose, inhale, both arms all the way up. And then hands to prayer position in front of the chest. Bring the left elbow to the outer, right knee, right thigh, chair twist as you rotate over to the right. And then you use your left elbow as leverage to gently peel that right rib to the sky. Each exhale, you get in there and you twist, which is so beneficial for my spine. Good, now start to lean it to the right foot, and then can you float the left foot off the ground? So you just lift that left foot up, notice you're not holding your breath up. And then lunge your left foot, left toes all the way to the back of your yoga mat as long and deep as possible. So you're in a deep lunging prayer twist. And then drive that left elbow still on that outer right thigh as you turn your navel towards that inner right leg, right thigh. And then give that one last little squeeze goodbye. And then crescent pose, inhale, arms up. And then vinyasa all the way down. Exhale, a little bit of relief for those legs, huh? Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now right leg up, inhale. And then right knee, right tricep. By the way, your right leg's on the right side of your body. Hold it there. Bend the elbows. Start leaning forward. If you want, option to lift your left leg off the ground and do a little bit of arm balance, but it's just an option. You don't have to do it. Good. Now, right leg back. Inhale. And then right foot top of the mat. Exhale. Albert's got the arm balance going on. Good job, brother. Crescent pose. Inhale, both arms all the way to the sky. Keep that chest facing forward. And then open those arms out really, really wide. Good. Take the left arm and bring it underneath the right arm as you wrap and spiral those arms around each other. Good. Now start to shift the weight forward into that front right foot and then lift that left knee, left leg up, setting up for eagle pose. So chest is lifted up, and then you're going to take that left leg and you're going to drape it right over top that right leg. And then if it's available for you, again, it's not necessary, but if it's there for you, you could even hook the toes around behind the heel of the calf. But again, like every other pose, you just do what you can do. You do what works for your body. Now, can you take the top of that right thigh bone and can you draw it down? Can you take your spine and lift it tall? Can you take those elbows and draw it out away from the chest, away from the heart? And most importantly, can you keep the breath in the flow? Oh, good. Let's fly away. Inhale, arms to the sky, left leg straight out in front of you. Crescent pose. Exhale, glide it to the back. Take a big inhale, reach up, and maybe you lean back. And then exhale, vinyasa all the way down, steady as can be. Inhale, open wide. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Take a big inhale through the nose. And then out the mouth, exhale, let it go. congratulations, you guys, you just made it through that side. But of course, now you got to do it on the other side, only if I can remember what we just did. Because that sequence definitely has some twists and turns, so we'll see what happens, but hopefully we won't get lost and be here for 90 minutes today. But you never know what will happen. In that spirit of adventure, take an inhale, press the hips back. Exhale, walk the fly, top of your mat. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale, lift the right leg off the ground, parallel to the floor. Put a little micro bend in your left knee. And then when you're ready, just start to lift up and take flight, airplane balancing pose. The series on the other side has officially begun. Take those arms, extend those straight out in front of you. Traditional warrior 3 pose. Good, and with a little bit of inner equilibrium, take your left arm and extend it towards the wall behind you. So right arm forward, left arm back, and you're stretching in 2 opposing directions of energy. Now switch that. Inhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Exhale, switch that, right arm forward. Good, inhale, switch that. And then exhale, switch that. Hold there, bring the left arm up to meet the right. Take a big inhale there. Stand up, grab the right shin, squeeze the right knee deep in. Woo! Right ankle on top of that left knee, left thigh. Isn't yoga so much fun, you guys? So much fun. Good, bring the hands to prayer position. Start bending the left knee, start squatting back down low. And take the time that you need. Because when you rush the balance, very often you fall out of the balance. So no hurries, no worries. With the belly down low, take those arms and open those wide like wings. And there's your little pole as you traverse mindfully across that tightrope. The tightrope of piercing focus and concentration. Extend those arms straight out in front of you. Good, it's a little bit more challenging, but you got it within you to rise to the occasion, to meet the experience. That's it, open those arms back out wide, take a goodbye inhale there. Hands to prayer, slowly stand all the way up. Sometimes the exit's the hardest part. Right foot comes down to the mat. Oh. Now, lean into the right foot, lift your left knee up and grab your left shin, squeeze your left knee in. If you're working with the strap, you can go ahead and grab that, just get it ready as you lasso it around the sole of that left foot. You could always use a towel too as well. And then as you're ready, bring the right hand to your right waist. First 2 fingers, left hand, are going to hook your left big toe. The spine stays tall like a staff of bamboo, so you're strong, but you're also supple through the center line. You're ready, extend your left leg out towards your version of straight, even if that means keeping the knee bent incredibly deep. You're going to notice when that ego flares up, and that ego is going to say, no, we got to get the leg straight, otherwise we're not as cool as the other people with their legs straight. And that's the very thing in yoga that we're here to overcome, is the limitations of the ego. Take the right arm, open it out to the right. Take the left leg, slowly open it towards the left. And this is why we say when you nail the yoga pose, make sure you're not too proud of yourself. And on the flip side of the equation, if you fall out of the yoga pose, make sure you're not too hard on yourself, because it doesn't really matter. Now bring the left leg all the way back down the middle. Bring your hands to your hips, to your waist. Keep the breath in that flow. Keep the mind in the zone. Good, take those arms and reach those up, high as they'll go. Take a goodbye inhale, lift the left thigh a little high. Set the left foot on the ground, hands to prayer position. Oh, let that intensity subside for a moment. Beautiful, you guys. As you're ready, lean into the left foot, bend your right heel in towards your right sit bone, and grab the outside of the right foot. Now, just as a side Traditionally when we do dancer's pose, we grab the inside of the foot, but, just because of where we're heading after this one, we got to make sure it's the outer foot, not the inner foot. Take the left arm and reach it all the way up to the sky. Keep those inner thighs drawing and hugging in towards the midline. And then nice and easily, just begin to reach forward, but equally pull back to the right shin. So you have to find balance within this pose as well, almost like a seesaw. If you reach too far forward, then the seesaw loses the balance, but if you pull too far back to the right leg, you also lose the balance. So it takes an immaculate degree of awareness and presence. Nice. Now slowly lower the left hand down, down, down onto the block or all the way down onto the floor. And then start to roll that right hip open into that Chakasana variation. Good. And if you do it to just a beautiful degree, it should feel amazing for that right hip. Just amazing. Situate that by breathing into that. Oh. That's it. Now, half moon, right leg to the back, right arm to the sky. Last couple of breaths there. Good. Lean up into that imaginary wall on your left side. That's it. Now, slowly put a little bit in that bottom left knee, but lift the right leg higher. Float step all the way back to Warrior Two pose. And with that warrior mentality, ready for whatever's coming your way, come back to reverse. Inhale to glide. And then exhale, lower down. Vinyasa as we flow. Huge inhale, the chest is high, the shoulders are low. Exhale back, down dog. Inhale, press the hips back. Exhale, walk or fly, top of your yoga mats. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale, bend the knees and squat. Chair pose, inhale, arms come up. Hands to prayer in front of the heart. Right elbow, outer left knee, left thigh. Chair twist. Now look, you guys, as challenging as this practice might be for a lot of you, you've got to admit, we're not doing anything too crazy. There's no handstands, there's no advanced arm balances and inversions. Doesn't mean that it's not strong and challenging, but it's still accessible. It's what we like to call accessible challenge. Start to lean into that left foot and then lift that right foot off the ground, little floating, twisting chair. Just lift that baby off the ground. Good. Now lunge it all the way to the back of your yoga mat and really strike it back with focus and intensity. Hold that heart forward and out with that intention. And then draw that belly towards that inner left leg, left thigh. And give your whole body a powerful squeeze. Goodbye. Crescent pose. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, vinyasa all the way down. Core abdominals engaged. Inhale, chest lifts up. Exhale, down dog. Almost there, you guys. Left leg up. Inhale. Left knee, left tricep. Exhale. Either hold it there, building strength, or start to come into that arm balance. We call it Ekapada, Vinyasana. So you're just finding and picking what feels right for you. Good. Left leg back. Inhale. Top of your yoga mat. Exhale. Crescent pose. Inhale. Both arms to the sky. Take those arms and open those out beautifully wide. Good. Now take that right arm and slip it underneath and around that left arm. So just wrap those arms around each other. Take an inhale, get set. Shift forward into that front left foot and then lift that right knee, right leg up. And then drape it right over top that left leg. Garudasana, the eagle pose. This one's got a lot going on, in addition to the balance. It brings flexibility and suppleness and mobility and pliability into every link of your bodily chain. And because you got your forearms right in front of your face, it's hard to find a drishti. Your drishti is your arms. And your arms are moving a little bit. How about that? Good. Fly away. Inhale, right leg forward and out. Arms to the sky. Crescent pose. Glide it all the way back. inhale, the best cobra I ever did for my back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Woo! Another day, another downward facing dog. Good job, you guys. Those standing poses are now done. Take an inhale, press it back. Exhale, relax the knees onto the mat. Crawl the knees forward, just a little bit forward. Cross the feet behind you. Release onto your sit bones. And bring the bottoms of your feet together. Toes forward, heels in, knees open out. Grab your feet. Take an inhale, lift that spine up tall. And exhale, just fold over and down, just to your own degree as you give your inner legs and your inner thighs and your groin just a sweet, sensuous touch. Nice, slowly ease your way all the way back up. Hook your big toes with your first two fingers. And then ever so slightly, just start leaning back and take your two legs and just open those out really, really wide. We call it balancing straddle stretch. So the legs open out, the chest lifts, the heels drive out. And more important than what it looks like is what it feels like. So just find what feels right for you. Good, bring the legs together side by side, boat pose, extend both arms straight out in front of you. Elisa May Alcott said, I'm not afraid of the storms, for I am learning to sail my ship. I don't mind the storms, I don't mind the challenge, I got this. Good, take one last big inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower all the way down onto your back. Grab the shins, squeeze those knees, squeeze those thighs in. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And out the mouth, exhale, let it go. Nice, you guys. Slide the hands down the legs. Grab the outer edges of your feet. Happy baby pose. Pull those thighs down and sink into your hips. If it feels good, you can even do a little gentle rock side to side, massaging your back. And after that previous boat pose, it's officially smooth sailing from here on out. No more storms. You made it. You made it through a lot of storms in this class. Good job. Remember when I started practicing yoga, the hardest stuff for me was the balancing. It just wasn't something that I practiced or worked on. It was very confronting. But with some practice and some consistency and persistency, what used to be a weakness eventually transformed into a little bit of a strength. That's the beauty of showing up and practicing anything. Go ahead and bring the knees back together to the belly. And rock your legs all the way up over your head towards the back of the space into cloud pose. And if for whatever reason cloud pose and shoulder stand doesn't feel right for you, you can always put a block underneath the lower back, supported shoulder stand, or even a supported bridge. Otherwise, both hands to the lower back for support. Lightly float both legs all the way up to the sky. Turn the body upside down and you reverse the effects of gravity on your body. We know that so many of the prolific yogis that were art teachers lived well into their 90s and some even into their hundreds. The body is a masterpiece, and when we take care of that masterpiece, we have longevity of life. But the harder you are on something, the quicker you wear it out. That's just the way that it works within anything, within the laws of nature. And because of that, I'm so grateful for my yoga practice, because it does challenge me and it does make me stronger and more resilient, but it does it in such a beautiful, mindful, compassionate way. Take one last inhale there. Cloud pose on the exhale, legs back up over the head. Extend your arms straight out in front of you along your yoga mat. And slowly release out through every single vertebra of your spine until the lower back touches down to the mat. Nice, you guys. Grab the shins, draw the knees, draw the thighs into your belly. Keep the right knee in, extend the left leg forward. Open the right arm out to the right with your left hand on that outer right knee. Guide it all the way over to the left into a big knee, reclining spinal twist. There was a story of a really wealthy father who wanted to teach his son what it was like to be poor. So one weekend they left the city and they went to a remote village to go stay with a really kind family. And after the weekend passed, the father looked at his son and he said, "So what did you learn?" And the son said, "Well, we have one dog, they have 4 dogs. We have a chlorinated pool, they have a fresh river water. We eat food out of plastic containers and they eat food straight out of their organic garden. We sleep under artificial light surrounded by walls, they sleep underneath the stars surrounded by nature. So thank you, Dad, for teaching me that we are the ones who indeed are poor." When it comes to balance, it's not all about materialistic stuff. The true richness is the richness that arises within a loving relationship, a loving family. True richness is being out in nature and being enamored by the complete wonder of nature and all that it provides. Take that right knee, bring it all the way back up to center, draw the left knee in to join the right. Switch legs, right leg forward, open that left arm out to the left. And then easily let that left knee just drape all the way over to the right, finding that twist now on the other side. Left knee all the way back up to neutral, bend both knees into the belly, grab those shins. And finally on an inhale, curl the forehead up to the knees, give your whole body one last big squeeze. And then exhale, Shavasana, release, relax all the way down to your back. Take those last couple of minutes. Allow your body to soak up all that medicine that you just produced. Shavasana.
So now this is the time to scan your body, starting from right toes. Right heel, right calf muscle, right knee joint, right thigh, squat muscles, hamstring muscles, right upper bone. Just let go, just relax. You are feeling relaxed now. So come to the left toes, scan your left toes, left sole, sole of your feet, left heel, calf muscle, left knee joint, left thigh, left handstand muscle, left squat muscles, or left hip joint. Let go, relaxed. Now feel the difference between two parts of your body, both portion of the body and upper portion of the body. Take a moment, you are feeling light, soft for your lower portion and little hard for your upper portion. Now give the focus to your belly button. Scan it, scan your belly. Scan your kidneys, right kidney, left kidney. Scan your stomach. Now put attention on your right side of your lungs and right side of your head. Left side of the lungs, left side of the legs.
Bring its back into the body.
Now come to the heart.
Fingertips and the toes.
Relax your body.
Taking your
Relax your
time
mind.
here to stay here as long as you like, but officially our time is up. We didn't go 90 minutes, but we did go a little bit over, so officially we're going to say that this class is now done.
Bring your both
Keep showing
arms,
up,
back your
stay
head,
strong, stay empowered.
interlaced your
Thank
fingers,
you for your
and
practice,
stretch your
good
body
job at the
completely.
balance. And speaking of the balance, make sure that you're not skipping our chill
Bend your right
practices
knee
like
and
gentle and yin and mountain pose, pranayama
take
meditation.
a stretch, and then
Gotta
bend your
play
left
long
knee,
game
take a
when it
stretch.
comes to the 108, so make sure you're giving yourself those rest days.
Now turn your body on your
That's it
right
for this
side.
one.
Put your
See you
right
next
arm
time.
under your head, left arm up on your body. Now give gratitude to yourself. Say thank you to Matt, thank you to your body, thank you to your time, thank you to your family, thank you to your friends. Say gratitude to yourself and your family members, your friends, your relatives. Say thank you. Remember, thank you is the biggest prayer in this world. Thank you. Left hand stretch on the ground and just push. Come into the seated pose, Sukhasana, and rub your palms, reduce the heat, straight your spine, straight your neck, straight your head. Put one palm on your eyes, just feel the stars. White stars in your palms. Massage your throat, massage your nose, massage your ears. Raise your hand, inhale, and with a beautiful sound and healing sound. Life is wonderful. Well, दोस्तों, thank you very much for being with TWC Pakistan. आज का सेशन बहुत चैलेंजिंग सेशन था. आप इसकी प्रैक्टिस करोगे तो आप इसको बहुत कुछ सीख जाओगे आप. और अब देख लीजिए मुझे सर्दी में भी सेटिंग आ गई है. सो शेयर ये अपने वीडियो को प्लीज़ अपने दोस्तों से शेयर कीजिए ताकि जो लोग योगा का शौकीन है वो उसकी प्रैक्टिस कर सकें और सीख सकें. कोई क्वेश्चन हो तो प्लीज़ पूछ सकते हैं मेरे से. आप कॉल करके मैसेज करके व्हाट्सएप पे. अपना ख्याल रखिएगा. अल्लाह हाफ़िज़. सी यू फॉर द नेक्स्ट सेशन जो हमारा yin योगा होगा इंशाल्लाह मॉर्निंग में.